everybody, it's Bea, and if you didn't know, I'm on a journey to lose 100 pounds, and this is the Q&A. I tried to do a cute little thing where I did this in a kiddie pool. That didn't quite pan out because I was having all sorts of issues. You know those infomercials that come on late at night when they're trying to sell you something, some kind of miracle product? They always do a dramatization of like before you had the product in your life. It's like people being really dramatic doing simple tasks. They're like, oh, I can't use this normal pen. It's so hard. It's usually in black and white. How the hell did this happen? Oh my God. I also forgot a towel. Why, Janice? Then they cut to your life after you have the miracle product and it's in Technicolor. That's a long way to explain that I feel like my life is always that black and white dramatization phase of struggle. Because I tried to do something cute, something different, tried to be cool, tried to be creative a little bit, and I just failed. I got sunblock in my eye within like the first 5 seconds of being outside and then couldn't do it anymore. And then my phone overheated and it was just like it was a whole nightmare. But welcome to the Q&A. I don't know really how this goes, so I guess I'm just gonna like jump into it. How tall are you? I am 5'6", pretty average height. How old are you? I'm 28 years old. What's your sign? I'm an Aquarius. I don't really know what that means. Do you plan on getting a gym membership in the future? What is your why, like the reason you want to lose weight? And what are your thoughts on the body positive movement? I do want to get a gym membership right now with like the whole COVID thing going on. I just don't really feel like it's a necessity, especially when there's like all these workout programs that are for free online. I do want to like start building muscle, getting stronger and shaping up, but it's just not worth it for me right now to like put myself or my family through any more risk when I don't absolutely have to. I mean, I understand why people love going to the gym and how people need an outlet and stuff, but I've always been introverted anyway, so like I'm cool staying at home. My why for wanting to lose weight is pretty simple. I want to be healthier. I got to a point where I felt absolutely miserable. Like I was laying down and I felt super uncomfortable. I would lay on my side and then my love handle would kind of like bubble up on my torso and like it would get sweaty betwixt the fold. I was uncomfortable when I was relaxing. I knew that like I had to change because it was terrible. And then my thoughts on the body positive movement. Okay, so initial thoughts. Awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. You should be able to love yourself at any size and not feel like any kind of self-hatred. However, I do think that like with any group, you have your extremists. You have people shaming other people for trying to lose weight. And I think that's where it gets like a little icky to me. But like with any group, like the extremists ruin it. The extremists ruined the message. Now we're in my room because it was too hot to film in the car. Anyway, where were we? What do you do for a living? Do you have any pets? Best song to cry to? Best song to sing along with? Okay, I work as a graphic designer for a living. I have a cat named Panchetti. He's a little shit. He's more like a dog. He actually fetches, which is pretty cool. He requires a lot of attention. That's why you hear him screaming in some of my voiceovers. I try to lock him out when I'm exercising because I don't want to be flailing around and kick him because he's always underfoot. Every time I get out of the shower, he chases after me because he wants to like lick my legs while they're wet, which is gross, but like he's an animal. I don't know what to tell you. He's the reason all my hair ties and socks are missing. I'm pretty sure he has like a nest somewhere under my bed where he just keeps like a pile of socks. Like he'll take them and carry them back to his nest somewhere. I've yet to find the nest, but I feel like when I move, I'm just gonna find like a trove of socks. Hair ties, I know what he does with those. He swats them under my rug. Best song to cry to? There's so many. The one that comes to my head immediately is Adam's Song by Blink-182. That song is so freaking sad. Best song to sing along with. I really like singing Juicy by Doja Cat. I keep it juicy, juicy. I eat the lunch. She keep that booty, booty. She keep that plump. And natural beauty, beauty. Yeah, yeah. If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. What do you think about the word fat? I'm not bothered by it. If someone's like, you're fat, I'm like, I know. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to it. It's not a problem. Worry about your own self. Like, I think it bothers me more if I see someone else calling someone fat and, like, that person's, like, really affected by it. I guess it all depends on, like, the connotation and, like, how it's being used and, like, who it's directed at. What do you snack when you feel snacky? I've been putting together these charcuterie boards, and y'all have been telling me, like, I've been saying it wrong. It's charcuterie, and also, it's not a charcuterie board unless it has meats on it. And the last time I showed you my charcuterie board, it did not have meats on it, so. But usually, it's, like, a sampling of crackers, cheese, maybe some lunch meat, like fruits and vegetables, you know, so I could feel like I'm having like a lot of different things. Are there foods that you don't like? If so, what are they? I'm not really that picky, believe it or not. When it comes to food, I'm not really a pasta queen. I don't really like spaghetti. Like, I'll eat it and it's fine, but it's never something that I crave. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Why did you start filming your journey? So a lot of people don't really know this about me, but I used to have a channel 3 to 4 years ago that was loosely dedicated to weight loss. And I say that because, you know, I would gain and lose the same 5 pounds over and over again. And I also did like random stuff on that channel. For example, when the movie Suicide Squad came out, I did a Joker cosplay that was really cringy. And yeah, so it was just kind of like all over the place. It was a very small channel, but the thing that like I really loved about it was like reaching out to other people who had channels that were on their journey. Like, we would support each other and like watch each other's videos and get tips and tricks. That was really cool. But yeah, so I already knew that I liked it, and I love video editing. I completely like scrapped that channel and then everything associated with it when me and my ex-boyfriend broke up. He knew about the channel, obviously, because we lived together. You know, if I had left it up, him and his new girlfriend would have been laughing at me and making fun of me, and he would have showed it to all his friends and stuff, and I just really didn't want any part of that. I actually haven't had social media at all from the time like I broke up with my ex to starting this journey now. At least nothing with my name on it. I had like a burner Instagram account where I would like keep track of memes, but like that was it. I never posted anything. I mean, okay, like think about this. I posted my first ever Instagram story to ask the questions for this. Kind of like still getting into it, still getting used to it. So not only is it weird because I've got a lot of people watching my stuff now, but it's weird because I've literally been a ghost for 3 to 4 years. What is your favorite color and why? It's yellow, and it's yellow because my grandma's favorite color is yellow, and that's pretty much why. Are you straight, bi, pan, etc.? I identify as straight. However, I thought for a really long time that I was asexual because like I had like absolutely no romantic interest in like anybody, like at all. What family members are watching your channel, or if you kept it from them, has anyone discovered you? The only family members watching my channel are my mother and my sister. My sister knew right away. My mom didn't know until I was like 25,000 subscribers deep. I kept it from her because I was putting like more risque pictures of myself on the internet. My mom wasn't down for that when I did it the first time around with my first channel. And in her defense, like I was getting like a lot of creepy comments like sexualizing me and stuff like that. I haven't really gotten this time around. I mean, I've gotten like a couple, but they're really not like they were the last time. I understand like where she was coming from, but I kind of explained it more to her and articulated that like, hey, I'm showing my body because I think representation is really important, and I think it's good for people to see someone in the process with a body that looks like theirs. And then I explained to her how I felt about it from an art standpoint. You know how I was telling you guys I did that figure drawing class, and seeing real people naked really helped me with my own self-esteem and body issues. So I kind of wanted to be that for other people because like I don't feel ashamed or embarrassed of my body at all. But also I just want to say like I make fun of myself a lot, and it's not coming from a place of me hating myself. Okay, here's the thing about self-love. I treat it like I'm in a relationship with another person. If I'm in a relationship, I want to be able to like joke around. I want to be able to like laugh at each other, point out each other's flaws, and at the end of the day, you love each other anyway. So I'm treating my relationship with myself like that. Beach, mountain, or city? Have you ever been abroad? Guess who am I? Let's go to the beach. Ninky Minja. Yeah, definitely the beach, 100%. I am a fan. Have you ever been abroad? Yes and no. I say yes because technically I've been to Mexico and Jamaica. I say no because I've been to a Mexican resort and a Jamaican resort. Like, it's fun. I enjoy the beach, but it's not really like experiencing a new culture, if that makes any sense. But I would really like to travel more. What's your 5 favorite movies of all time? Pan's Labyrinth, Big Fish, Stranger Than Fiction, Finding Nemo, and Mulan, the animated one. I haven't seen like the live action remake yet, but I want to. How do you get your courage to be so open? I also struggle with anxiety and I would love to know how to be more courageous in my life. You're an inspiration. Love you. Love you too. When my ex and I broke up, I went through like the deepest depression that I have ever been through in my entire life. And I'm pretty sure like a piece of me died. Luckily, the piece of me that died was how much I cared about stuff that didn't matter. And a lyric from a Courtney Barnett song, it's called Pedestrian at Best, comes to mind. It says like, you won't be with me on my deathbed, but I'll still be in your head. But like that, you won't be with me on my deathbed. Like I keep like thinking that over and over again. All these people that I'm doing stuff in front of will not be with me on my deathbed. So really, if they have a negative opinion about what I'm doing, like, does it matter? No, you might as well just do what you want to do. By the way, like, I don't think anything I'm doing is courageous at all. I'm just like kind of living my life. Do you envision YouTube as a full-time career path? It's definitely really cool and like I would love for this to be my full-time career. However, I'm a little bit skeptical. As quickly as I gain followers, I feel like I'm gonna lose their interest in just the same amount of time. You know what I mean? Like my 15 minutes are almost up. Also, I'm really bad at like the business side of YouTube. Right now, I'm gonna keep this as my hobby. We'll see where it goes. Ever consider stand-up? God, no, I can't talk in front of people. Are you crazy? What's the most useless talent you have? Okay, it's definitely not a talent, but it's the first thing that comes to mind. I can pop my nose. Did you hear that? Like I could do it like once per day. That was like my party trick for a while. And then I had to stop doing it because, girl, okay. Let me tell you about your nose. It doesn't have a joint. It's not the same as like popping a finger. It's like I'm deviating my septum every time I do it. I don't know why I thought it was cool and I'd be like, hey, I could pop my nose. But yeah, that's why I have, like, I don't know if you could see it, but like, it's kind of like a bump right here. Can you see how it kind of like goes out right there on both sides? It's probably like scar tissue building up because I'm deviating my freaking septum every time I do it. I'm eventually gonna have to go and get that fixed surgically because I can only breathe out of one nostril now. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Who is your favorite singer, band, group? Love your videos and super excited to see your results every week. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer Coggins. Jennifer Coggins. Thank you. I like pretty much every kind of music except for country. I've never been a huge country fan. Some of my favorite bands are Portugal the Man. You guys know because like I have like a million Portugal the Man shirts. I really like Alt J, all the bands, the Vines, the Strokes, the White Stripes, the Hives. I listen to a lot of rap and hip hop. I really like Doja Cat, top 40 stuff. I like a lot of stuff. Oh, this one's a juicy one. Would you date someone who didn't like you before the weight loss, but all of a sudden grows interest in you once you reach your goal weight? I think I would date that person because the way that I date people now is terrible. I really put people through the rigmarole because I am skeptical. I am side-eyeing a mofo. Like, it's not easy for me to trust people. For me to let someone in my life, like, that's a really big deal. Like, I trust you a lot. It's likely if I do end up dating that person, I've known them for like a long time and the vetting process is a little bit different. It's likely not something that I'm just like going to like step into. I've always said like that I kind of would rather meet someone while I'm bigger just so I know for sure that they're not only with me for physical reasons. But you know, there's also those people who like bigger women and there's like feeders. As a plus size woman, that's scary for me. I don't really want to be in like a kink-based relationship. What are some unusual things that give you anxiety and are hard to explain to non-anxious people? Probably the biggest thing that comes to mind is I hate sunsets. Like, you know how typically someone's just like taking a picture of a sunset and they're like, you know, loving it. Sunsets give me such anxiety. I can't even articulate it really. It's almost like it's the physical representation of time passing that really just bothers me. It gets under my skin. I am most anxious when the sun is setting. When I was in school for art, we had to take like a lot of fine art classes delving into famous paintings. You know the painting, The Scream? When we learned about that painting, the teacher told us that it was about anxiety and the anxiety that he felt during a sunset. My jaw just dropped. No wonder I'm an art person because I've never come across another person ever who has ever felt that way about a sunset. And for it to be a very popular painting, who knew? I'm not American. Could you explain the cilantro herbist from Colorado joke you made in a previous video? So I made this joke. I was talking about cilantro and my love for it, and I said it is my favorite herb and I live in Colorado, so that's a really big deal. And the point being that marijuana is legal in Colorado. So if you'd ask a lot of people around here what their favorite herb was, they would say marijuana. However, I don't smoke. So those of you who asked me how to get rid of the munchies, I couldn't tell you. I've tried it before because people have said that it would help with my anxiety, which it did not. It made me extremely paranoid. I hated every minute of being high. And we got pizza, and you know how they say like pot makes food taste good? I was very excited about that. But we got a pizza from Papa John's and it tasted spoiled to me. Not only was it terrible for my anxiety, but it made food taste absolutely wretched. And like I tried something else because I thought like maybe the pizza was just bad, but there are other people eating the pizza and like loving it. And then like people tried to convince me that it was just a strain, like that certain strains help more with anxiety. So I tried it again, same thing. So it's just not for me. And honestly, even if it was for me, I couldn't use it with the current job that I have now anyway. So I'm relatively straight edge. Like I don't really even drink. I'll have a beer like every now and again, and then I don't consume like hard alcohol at all. It's not that I have anything against it. My body just really can't process it that well. I start getting like flushed, like red, like beet red right here. And then I'm completely like smashed off half a beer. Like it's not cute. I really don't partake in like most things like that. What's your favorite art piece you've ever done? I made a 6-foot-tall velociraptor for a Christmas party at work. Don't ask. It was really random and people were like, what the he was based off of Blue from Jurassic Park. It was just like a lot of like problem solving, and I really love like those kind of projects. I had to figure out how to put it in my car to take it to work. It ended up going in there in 3 pieces, and then I spent time after work like assembling it and then paper macheing it in our office. It ended up sitting in the lobby for the entire month of December, and by the end of it we auctioned it off for charity. Another group in our building bought it as their office mascot, and so yeah, that was my favorite. What's your Hogwarts house? I'm a Ravenclaw, beesh. Would you ever do a local meetup challenge kind of thing, like Manitou Incline? You're killing it. Thank you, Tara Tingle. I love your name, by the way. If you guys don't know, the Manitou Incline is basically stairs up a mountain, and it's terrible, and I would never do that to you guys. So no, Tara, I would not do it. The Manitou Incline. Even fit people die on that, Tara. Are you crazy? I would, however, really like to organize one day one of those fun 5Ks that is for charity, and we could like make shirts. Y'all could come out and like we could hang out and like do the 5K. I'm picturing there being like some bagels there and some fruit. I don't know how to organize any of that, and also it's not going to be anytime soon because the whole COVID stuff. I would really like to do something like that, but I feel like I've been talking literally forever about myself, and my voice is starting to get raspy. So I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for so many questions. I definitely didn't think I would get that many, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to support the struggle, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I'm gonna start uploading every Monday. I feel like that's just like a good solid day that I could commit to. I want to start having an actual upload schedule for you guys. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having a good day, and I love you, and bye.